What's up everyone? My name is Anthony. Hope you're all having a great weekend. And in this video, I'm going to do a broader market analysis of the S&P 500 as well as the NASDAQ. And then I'm going to go into some specific technical analysis on AMC, the popular meme stock. So to start off, I'd like to talk about the wave counts for the S&P 500, which as you can see here, there's a lot of stuff going on in the charts. And I'm going to try to dissect it and break it down for you as much as possible. So overall, we're focused on this series of nested wave fives over here at the top. So as you can see, we are approaching that bull market top since the COVID rally. We are getting really close to that area, but we're not quite there yet. We still have some price action and bullish wave counts to unfold before we actually get to the top. And as I've been saying in past videos, I expect this top to happen around sometime in maybe late July to August. And I'll keep you guys updated in Discord as well as here in the YouTube as we keep approaching and getting closer to that top. So first of all, in the S&P 500, I want to focus on this last leg over here, which is this wave 5. So we're focused on the current wave 5 here. So this whole thing is a wave 5. And as you can see, this wave 5 subdivides into individual waves. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're working on this wave 5 here of this broader term wave 5. And if you zoom out even more, there's a broader term wave 5 as well. So that's why you see a bunch of wave 5s up here. That's just showing that there is nesting. And this is very common as you get close to the bull market top. So within this wave 5 right here, I'm going to point out this golden yellow count. So we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, a wave 3 forming right now, and wave 4 down, and then wave 5 up. And within this wave 3 in golden yellow, I'm going to go down to the 3-minute time frame and kind of discuss that right here. Actually, I'm going to go down to the 5-minute. So over here, we're looking at this 1, 2, 3 right here, 4, 5. So within this wave 3, we can see some kind of really weird impulse wave forming. It's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So pretty much right now I'm focused on targeting this wave 2 of downside before we go into the wave 3 of 3. And a wave 3 of 3 is a very powerful bullish move to the upside. So I'm going to discuss where these levels are that we can get in for a possible buy at these levels for a chance at pretty new all-time highs on the S&P 500. And previously, before this wave count over here, we see a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forming a wave 1. And then we have a very complex correction forming on the wave 2. So a WXY. And within this W wave, we do also have a WXY. So WXY within a W. And then as you can see here, this is a failed impulse wave. You can kind of tell that this is failed impulse by just the failure of the price action to really move forward. Every time we gap up, we harsh retrace downwards. Every time we gap up, just harsh retrace downwards. So this is very indicative of an X wave. And then we had the correct again, so another correction. And this just looks like a simple ABC correction, like an A, B, C down here for the wave 2. And if I zoom in really closely on this price action, it's a little bit hard to decipher, especially if you're new to wave theory. This doesn't really look like your traditional impulse wave. And that's why at first I was very hesitant towards labeling this as an impulse wave. But as you can see, we've gotten to levels that are pretty high on the index that you pretty much have to label this as an impulse wave. And that's could be good news because that means there's a lot more upside left to the indexes, especially if we can get an impulse wave here. So say this is not an impulse wave and this is an X wave, then we can expect this downside move right here. So if we label this, we're expecting a downside move to come down to somewhere at these levels. If this turns out to be an impulse wave, we will see a further retracement down to these levels possibly. But overall, I'm looking for a bounce so far at these levels because we can subdivide the areas here into an impulse wave. If I zoom in on this wave 1, 2, so let me do that really quickly. We kind of gapped up here and then we retraced downwards. That does qualify as a wave 1, 2. And then we have a very extended wave 3 upwards over here. And then a consolidation for wave 4. And then a move upwards for this wave 5, which we're in the middle of forming right now. So we are getting very close to this very local top. And the reason why I am mentioning that we could come down for wave 2 is because this move downwards can be pretty significant because wave 2s like to retrace anywhere from 38.2% of this preceding move upwards. They can even retrace 61.8%, even 78.6%. But I would say I'm mainly targeting these levels right here. So the 0.5 and the 0.382, which is what I've marked here in the blue rectangle. And if you're curious how to get these retracements, all you do is just take the bottom of this wave up to the top, and you can see you're getting the exact same levels that I have right there on the charts. And in terms of these levels right here, this is just predicting where the top of the wave 5 will last. So the reason why I'm labeling and subdividing this move upwards is so that you can get those levels pretty clearly. So we take our Fib extension tool, we take the up of wave 1 down to the bottom of wave 2 right here. You can see that we have some levels forming right there. And now we just transform them all the way to the bottom of wave 4. And as you can see, we're getting the exact same levels that I have right there. And the blue rectangle up here marks levels of a high chance of reversal. As you can see, if I zoom in on the candlesticks that we're seeing in the S&P 500 at these levels, we are getting a lot of failure to break through these trend lines, or these upper levels of the fib extensions. So as you can see, there's a bearish wick right here, bearish wick right here, and bearish wick right here as well. So we are having trouble breaking through some of these 1.618 extensions. So that's why I expect a slight move to the downwards. Not a very significant move, but large enough that you do want to wait and get in a buyer opportunity down here rather than at these levels. Because you can save yourself maybe around like 1.2%. Even you can probably save yourself 1.7%. If it really does retrace, then 2%. But I would say anywhere around these levels, you can save yourself some money by just buying in later rather than buying at the top here of this wave 1. So that's what I'm predicting what's going to happen. And I'm looking for that bounce around these levels. If we do not get this bounce, then I will have to label this as a failed impulse wave and then coming down for an ABC again. But that's should not really happen. We have a pretty strong move to the upside, so I expect that we can have enough bullish momentum to push upwards again for that wave 3, and then retrace for wave 4, and then up for wave 5 to finish off this wave 3 in golden yellow, as like so. And then we'll retrace very slightly for wave 4, and then come upwards for that wave 5 over here. This will likely take on some kind of ending diagonal, but when we get there, we'll discuss the patterns. It's just a very common pattern that you see at the end of bull market tops right here. So this is the kind of the price trajectory that we'll see over the next couple of weeks or so. And then we'll come crashing down for that bear market time sometime in July, August. So just keep in mind, this is what I see happening in the S&P 500. And I do have this trend line in white over here, just as a reminder of where some resistances might be as we come up to new all-time highs. So that's what I'm saying for the S&P 500. Overall, very bullish. We still have some wave counts to form before we come for the bear market. But in the meantime, just like the next couple of days or so, expect a wave 2 retracement in the indexes to around maybe 420 to 422. And that will be a really good buying opportunity for calls into this wave 3 of 3. So that's going to be it for this index. Now we can go on to the NASDAQ. So this is reflected here by the triple Qs. So just looking at the broader term wave counts, we also do have nesting fifth waves in the triple Qs. So as you can see, we have a wave 3 up here, and then a complex correction wave 4, so W, X, Y for wave 4, and now we're moving upwards for a wave 5 right here. And within this wave 5, we can also subdivide. So we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, which we're currently in the middle of forming, and a wave 4 down. And now we're working on a wave 5. So as you can see, there's kind of some similarity between these wave counts, but I want to mention that the NASDAQ is ahead in terms of wave count timing. So NASDAQ is already on the edge of this wave 3. We're pretty much done with it. We might be going up a little bit higher to these levels, but overall we're coming down for wave 4, whereas on SPY, we're still on the very early stages of this wave 3, right here in golden yellow. So, and this makes sense because typically when you're approaching the top of a bull market and you're leading into the bear market, tech will almost always lead that nosedive into red areas. So we expect the QQQs to finish their bullish wave count first and start nosediving into some red territory. And this will kind of weigh in on the S&P 500 and then cause that to have a delayed reaction and then slowly kind of fall down after the tech has already started decreasing in value. So the overall wave count looks good. And we're coming up to these levels here. We expect the wave 4 to come down and then push upwards for wave 5. So overall, there's still some bullish territory left and new all-time highs to hit on the tech sector, just like the S&P 500. But just note that this is going to happen faster and earlier than the S&P 500. So that's just a quick update on the triple Qs. Now we'll go into AMC. So AMC has been pretty consolidative over the past maybe month or so, and this is exactly what you expect. So we have that wave. We look back here, so we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and then a wave 1 up in green, 2, 3, 4, 5 to form this extended wave 3 here. And then now we're consolidating for this wave 4 area right here. So we have that kind of like choppy sideways consolidation structure. And this makes sense. So we're currently working on that wave 4. And I do see eventually a push higher for that wave 5 because we're getting that consolidation right here zone. So as this is consolidating and kind of just compressing that heavy activity over here, you can see the implied volatility of the stock decrease. So as we kind of move around these zones for a little bit longer, the implied volatility of the stock is going to decrease. and that is actually going to present a pretty good buying opportunity for a chance into this wave 5. So right now I would not suggest buying into the stock. I would wait a little bit more for the consolidation to be over, and then the option prices will kind of decrease in value, and then you can buy in for a chance at pretty high levels, maybe even 91. So these are just simple extension levels that you derive from the length of this wave 1 right here, and you project it onto the bottom of wave 4. So it depends on where we bottom out, but if you depends on where you want to put that bottom of the wave 4. We still have some price action to go. If I look really closely, so we're going on to the 3-minute time frame, we could see, let's see, so we kind of see like an up and down. It looks like a complex correction to me, so kind of like a W, maybe X, and then Y. We're working on that right now. Overall, it's pretty pointless to try to dissect a wave 4 consolidation unless you see a triangle, and we do not really see a triangle forming anywhere like broader term. So I would say that just wait a little bit more for AMC, and then we can really see a push to the upside for that wave 5. And options are a viable play as the implied volatility decreases, so just keep that in mind. So that's going to be my updates on the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, as well as this meme stock. And as you know, if you see this meme stock pop, especially for that wave 5, you can expect other meme stocks to follow as well, especially like Wish, BBBYs, other stuff like that. Yeah, you can expect them to follow along with AMC. That's why I like talking about AMC first, because it tends to be a good reflector of the other meme stocks. So yeah, still bullish on AMC. Looks like we're working on this last push upwards, and then we'll probably come correct downwards for some kind of to correct a lot of this upside, as you can't really stay on these levels forever. So we're going to come down for ABC correction, likely to somewhere around these levels, maybe the 30s, but that's way later. We first have another move to the upside to hit first before we can actually correct. So yeah, that's going to be updates on the stock picks. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section or in the Discord. Just message me. I'll be happy to help you out. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great start of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.